Hello everyone, it's Inky. Welcome to my very first video and my very first sketchbook tour. This sketchbook was for 2020, so let's go. I didn't really know what to do on my first page, so I went for a drawing of a cow, and then I did some watercolour swatches and just see how my white pen worked on them. It worked pretty well. I just outlined the cow with brown watercolour with a thin brush because I didn't want to use fine line in case the black was too much. Cool. Over here I just did a few little flower doodles. I often find that I like to just grab a pen and just do a bit of doodling just from the top of my head. I don't know if you can hear that, but someone just started to drill as I picked up my camera, so excuse that if you can hear it. Nice little watercolour chicken. He's cute. I like him. This one is done in ink. Oh, just some plants. Little pen sketch there. This one here, I was trying out more realism to see if I could practice without having to use pen to define the edges. I think the background's a bit muddy, but I still really like this piece. I think it looks nice. These two, if you can see, these two are charcoal. I hadn't used charcoal in a very long time. It's been years since I used it, and I found an old kit from years ago in my art drawer. So I thought, why not? I'd use them. So I'm quite happy with how these turned out. Now this one here, this one's ripped a little bit because there was a bit of a spillage from watercolour off the other page here. So I just stuck on a little happy smiley, a smiley sticker to cover it up. Here we just have a little landscape watercolour doodle and some sketches of some wildflowers. I borrowed a book, a plant book off my mum, so I drew them just in pencil. I really like these two pages. I like how they look. The reason I like these so much is because of the white pen. I spent ages looking for a white pen that worked, and the first one I got was a glaze pen. And it didn't really show up. I mean, it did, but you had to wait for it to dry, and it was hard to see where you'd placed it without smudging it, so it didn't work for me. So then I hunted around and found this pen. You can see that, can you? Oh, just about. I got this pen, and I really liked it, and I still like it, and I use it all the time. But this is the first time I practiced on them, so as you can see, there's a lot of white pen pretty much everywhere. It was an excuse to use it. Oh, there that is. Okay. This one here was a sketch for my nan's birthday. She grew up in the countryside in a cute little cottage, so I wanted to do a painting for her. So I had a little practice and sent it to her. The piece I did was much bigger, but it was just a little tester to see how it would look. Just a little watercolour doodle that I did. Nowhere in particular, it was just something I was relaxing with one evening. Oh, there we go. This one here, not a huge fan of it, but I tried using colouring pencils. I'm not very good at them, but you know, practice helps. So I did a little practice, and you can see they're a bit scratchy. I used a black pen to outline the flowers, see if that would help a little, but I still like it. It's still a good try, and hopefully in the future they will get better. This one here I like because they're flowers that my dad got for my mum for their wedding anniversary, so they sit happily on our kitchen windowsill. So I just did a little sketch of them. Turn it around so you can see. This one, it was getting to autumn, so I wanted to just sketch and do a little bit of autumn trees. It's just a little doodle. Oh, here's another excuse to use the pen. I tried to do a rainy day when you look out a window, so these are just raindrops. I'm not sure how well it looks as a rainy day out a window, but I like it. So, just a little illustration. Here is some of my favourites. I really do enjoy drawing in pen and sketching in pen, so this is one of them. Just a little landscape. On the other side we've got a tree. A creepy, witchy looking kind of tree. And there's another one. It's just in simple fine liner pen. Over here a little watercolour in a forest with a lake. Here I was trying to do background so it looks like there's trees in the background, but so it's not too crowded. So ooh. And that's the same as the other one. So I did the background so it still looked like they're in the middle of a forest, but these two were more detailed. This one was one where I wet all of the page and then I just sprinkled watercolour and see where it went, and it turned into a cloudy day, thunderstormy looking landscape. Is thunderstormy a word? No, probably not. There we go. Over here I did the same. It just looks like a... Well, to me it kind of looks like the sea. Like on a windy day. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah. This was kind of the same. I made the page wet and did the watercolour, let it go where it felt like, and then I defined it afterwards. Just some rocky mountains and some water. A river, a lake or something. A waterfall. I just tried to do in watercolour. Just a little landscape with a watercolour as well. Oh, and the last page, obviously I didn't paint anything or do anything on it. Okay. Right then, well that's me done, and I hope you liked it, enjoyed, and I hope in the future you'll watch something of mine again. Have a good day.